Hi everyone and welcome to today's Wow creation. We're going to be using violet foil today with some bonding powder and the Wow embossing pen. I'm going to show you how to add details to any die cuts or ephemeras. I've got the Cocoa Vanilla range here. It's one that I've had in my stash that I just kind of want to pizzazz up and add some sparkly foily shimmer to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate to you how I would add foil to these ephemeras using a pen. I've got the Wow embossing pen and I'm just going to put some of this clear sticky ink just over bits and pieces and just draw where I would like the foil to adhere down to. So I play around and I use some of the florals, a butterfly and a couple of the leaves, and this is all adding some extra element to the ephemeras. So I just take my time and really just figure out where I want this foil to be, and I'm kind of drawing it how I would as if I was going to sketch out the flowers on there. They've got some beautiful ephemeras in this Cocoa Vanilla range. They bring out some really great papers, ephemeras, enamels, and I'm going to use all of them in this card creation. So I've got an A4 scrap piece of paper. It's just a copy paper that I folded in half so I can funnel back into the Wow embossing bonding powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle this heavily over all the ephemeras, and once I've sprinkled them over, I'm actually going to then heat set it with the Wow embossing heat gun. Now at first I don't use like tweezers and my fingers do tolerate the heat. Then eventually I pick up some tweezers because I figured I didn't want to burn my fingers. Right, so once I've poured that in, you can see where it's going to, the foil's going to adhere down. Once it's melted, it actually turns clear and it becomes quite tacky to touch. When it's tacky, it is actually at its molten state, and that's when you apply the foil on. So while it's still hot, you want to apply the foil on. The tip is not to peel the foil off while in its molten state. So do wait till the foil has cooled off and you will feel it will become cool to touch, and then you can peel the ephemeras off. So I've heat set the first one and I'm going to place the foil over. I then just set that aside and start working on the butterfly. Heat embossing the butterfly. You see me that I've brought my tweezers into view here because I'm like, alright, I did feel the heat on that little butterfly. And I'm going to just press that down. Just pressing it really down firmly, and I can feel it becomes cool to touch. And you can see the shimmery in the details now. And I do this to all the rest of the ephemeras, and I pick out the one that I want to use for the card. I really love the actual detail it leaves, and you can use this with any of the foil range. The Fab Foil, we have a variety of colours. I just chose the violet as I thought it was best suited to this paper collection and this ephemera collection. And then working on the other floral. You can see how the foil really pops on these. And then I just press it down again. I work on the rest off camera, and you'll see that I'll cluster them all together in view. So here I am peeling it off, and it's just very shimmery. I've got the AVERY stamp set, and I've pre-stamped it with the Distress Oxide ink Salty Ocean, and I'm now just going to die cut it out. I've also die cut a circle out of the Uniquely Creative cross stitch circle set as well, which I'll bring into view, and I have used the same paper collection to match the ephemera. So once I've got all my pieces, I start to assemble the card. There is the actual die that I bring into view so you get to see which one, and that's the center there on the right hand side. So once I have got all my pieces together, I choose the floral, and then I also choose all the papers and pieces I need. Here I am just kind of playing around with the arrangement, and I settle for this, and I just now start adhering everything down. For this die cut circle, I actually put a thin strip of foam, which I forgot to show you, but it is popped up. And I'm going to use some liquid adhesive. I've got a little element here also to add. And I'm going to use liquid adhesive to put these down. Okay, this liquid adhesive has been really good. It's kind of almost replaced my Tombow Mono for the minute, and I'm just enjoying playing and experimenting with this adhesive. Once I've stuck this down onto a side white folding card base, I would adhere this down. Now I'm going to put the actual leaves directly on the floral, and then I'm going to pop the arrangement with some foam adhesive. I do find this gives a little bit of wiggle room, this adhesive, but at the same time allowing the appropriate time to make sure that things adhere down and I can touch it straight away. So it's actually quite a good adhesive to play with. So just using some foam here, and then peeling all the backing off and placing that down. Now I did put liquid adhesive on this sentiment, and that's my card. It's a very simple card, but I find it's a really good way to add some detail to foil and to your projects, with foil to your projects. Now I'm just going to finish this off because I've got the matching enamel dots, and I'm just going to finish it off by placing 3 on the card. I did forget I wanted to add some extra bit of shimmer to the heart there on the top right. Just can't get away from all the sparkles today. Thanks for watching today's card creation. I hope you were able to learn some tips and to how to use your foil. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the shimmeriness, and I'll see you next time.